Hello everybody and welcome to my first impressions of Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. An absolutely fantastic game made by Sega, pretty much competing with the Mario Kart series. Now, I really like karting games, and I've been playing a little bit about this game, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of tracks and stuff, so let's get in there and see what it's all about, shall we? So to start with, you have your World Tour, your Grand Prix Time Attack, and Single Race, all of which can be done with other players, apart from Time Attack, of course. And also you have matchmaking for online playing, custom games, so you can set up your own custom games. Anyway, so let's go check out the career, shall we? I haven't checked out Grand Prix yet either, but what I'm going to show off today is the World Tour. Now, as you can see, you got all the way along here. You got 5 different zones. I haven't unlocked the last one yet, but I have been playing a bit. And as you can see, I'm all the way up to the Twilight Engine. So we're just going to stay at the Sunshine Coast so we don't ruin too much of the game. Now, as you can see, basically the way the game works is there's a race or an event. Each race has different sort of stipulations and stuff. You can have the standard races and stuff. There's a little bit of other different variations and stuff in this game as well. And then you pick your difficulty. The difficulty depicts how many stars you can earn at maximum. So if you completed on hard, you'd earn all 3 stars in one try. Or you could gradually go up from easy, medium, hard. Now, as you go up through the ranks as well, the game does also get a bit faster as well. And as you can see at the top, the target for medium and easy is 3rd place, while hard is 1st place. Now, you can do this with a partner as well, so you can play 2-player, 4-player, 3-player, all in career mode, so that can help you a bit to get in towards the top sort of stages and the top sort of levels and stuff, because obviously if you work together and you all complete it together, you can get your top rank hard mode and get all the stars. Now, so what I'm going to show off, I'll just show off this first level here on medium. Mainly because hard mode is extremely hard. Right, now as you can see, this is your roster of all the characters in the game. As you can see, I haven't unlocked them all yet. You unlock these by buying them with stars, which you don't actually use up. You just pretty much earn that star count, go over to them, unlock them pretty much. Now, as you can see, the starting characters, you start with everyone apart from Danica Patrick, Shadow, and Metal Sonic. From what I'm aware, let me have a think. Oh yeah, and Amigo there. Amigo is unlocked from a Versus. Shadow is a bi character, and Danica Patrick is a bi character, and Metal Sonic here is a DLC character. Now, when you download Metal Sonic, he will come with all of his possible modes. As you can see that, basically the way the game plays is as you play a character more and more and more, they'll level up. As you can see it on the bottom side of the screen, as they level up, they unlock more different modes for driving their cars. Now, I've recently unlocked Shadow, which is why he's only at level 1, but he is one of my favourite characters in the Sega series, which is why I play with him. Apart from Shadow, before this, I was playing as Beat, because Jet Set Radio is an awesome Sega game. Absolutely astonishing. Now, basically, this game, it's quite sort of, as, you know, the basic sort of workings and stuff for a kart racer. Pretty much very, very similar to Mario, with a few exceptions and stuff, meaning I've never really been challenged by a Mario Kart game, in all honesty. And also, you can do cool little things like that. Of course, if you land them correctly, you can get boosts from that. You can do, like, they're effectively called stunts and stuff. You can chain up to triple, I think, in one go. But I don't think I've actually managed to pull off a triple yet. Now, the reason this game, I believe it's much better than the Mario Kart games, oh, bollocks, is because it features all Sega characters. Well, not all Sega characters. Basically, depending on what you're playing on, depends on the sort of exclusives extra as well. For example, PC gets Rome Total War, I think General Winter from Red October, and Football Manager, as you can see in front of me there. Now, this adds a great variation to the game, of course, because if you're buying it on multiple platforms and stuff, you're going to actually get a bit of a different game and a few different exclusive characters. If I remember correctly as well, there's TF2 as well, I forgot about him. Now, if I remember correctly, Ooh La La, I think, is a PC exclusive. I'm not quite sure, damn it. Now, as you can see, this is only on normal, but the computer are actually pretty good at this game. It's not like you're going to go on sort of hard and just rinse through the entire game in your first try. But, of course, you could do that. I'm not saying you can't, but yes. You can go straight on to hard and rinse through the entire game if you're pretty damn good, but it does have quite a steep learning curve. I mean, I've started at easy and went up, and as you can see here, this is the main feature of the game, the fact that you can transform. Oh crap, there we go. Oh crap, yes. Basically, throughout the game, you'll get these little rings that will appear, and going through these rings means that you can get opportunities to transform. you transform into a boat, a plane, and a car. And each one has a very, very different handling mechanic, to be fair. I mean, I haven't found out how possible it is to drift with a plane yet, to be fair. I know it is possible, but I haven't managed to do it myself. Now, each character also, from what I'm aware, seems to handle a bit differently depending on where they are. For example, there we go. Oh, crap! Oh, crap. Okay, we've actually screwed up terribly badly and become in 4th place. Nope, we're going to... Oh, my... Okay, this is actually the worst I've ever done. I've got in 6th. Normally I come up 1st. But anyway, as you can see, the game is not exactly like the sort of kids game that you'd expect. It is pretty hard. I mean, this might be because I'm trying out Shadow recently, but... You know, this might be because I'm trying out Shadow, and I know a bit play beat, but... Anyway. So that's been the first level. I'll just quickly show off another one as well, because another one I know that has the mechanics for flying an aeroplane. Now, also, as you go through the things, you'll notice, with the different difficulty modes, the things become different handling, effectively. The way things handle is completely different. On easy, it's kind of impossible to lose, really. The things are just so pathetically easy. Medium, you actually get proper handling, and the game actually plays quite well, to be fair. In easy, it just seems a bit too easy, but it's something that's good in case you've got kids and stuff. You know, it'll be easy enough for them to play. And, I mean, on normal, you can actually fly the planes quite well. I've actually had a better time flying the planes on normal than I have on easy. Now, this is because, if I'm aware, the vehicles and stuff get better, and you can fly a bit. Basically, everything speeds up as you go up the difficulties. Or at least it feels that way. Everything seems to become a lot faster. That might be because everyone is pretty much boosting and using every opportunity possible to boost, but still. Another thing that I really like about this game is the amount of variation in the tracks. I mean, I played the recent Mario Kart on the Wii. If I remember correctly, it has 8 cups and 4 tracks for each one. This has exactly the same. But the thing that this beats with the Mario Kart games is the fact that in the Mario Kart games, I think it's like you can use I think it's a cart or a bike, and that's pretty much it. In this, you can use a plane, a boat, and a car. Now, and each level, it's not like so well you have to pick which one you want, because each level breaks up, as you've seen. And this one, for example, if I remember correctly, actually covers all 3 in one race, which I think is fantastic. I mean, it's really playing to its strengths and stuff. This is why this game, in my opinion, is effectively a Mario Kart killer. As you can see as well, I keep picking up these little coins. Now, these coins, what you can do with them is, between zones in the world tours, eventually you'll start to find things like casinos, that's the one. What you can do with a casino, you can gamble your coins away and basically earn power-ups for the next race. Ooh, Swarm. Well, that's a terrible idea. Basically, Swarm is this game's blue shell. It goes straight for the top 3 people, drops a Swarm in front of them. As you can see, that's kind of annoying, especially if you're in 2nd place, you don't really want to launch one of those off. Now, as you've seen as well, the game pretty much changes as you play along, so each lap's not really the same, which I find is fantastic. It makes the game a lot less dull. Now, I do have to say that as much as I love the game, it does lack in a couple of areas. For example, when you're in the plane, it is pretty much impossible to fire backwards. You have to aim backwards by holding X, and while doing that in a plane, it's kind of a bit hard. And also, take into account you are on a 3-dimensional field of play, so it's really hard to control. Along with that as well, I feel like the game doesn't really utilise the tracks it has very much. I mean, I'm up to the 4th world now, and it hasn't really sort of broken up very well, to say the least. It's pretty much just reused a lot of the tracks a lot of the times. But, saying that, it does have a good variation, under those, it does have a good variation of game modes, which is something you don't really see in a lot of track races, kart races. You know, they normally just have the generic race, and that's pretty much it. The career mode will not feature pretty much anything else. You'll have the battle modes and stuff, but you'll kind of have to set them up yourself, and you'll just be kind of feeling a bit, well, yeah, you know, why put these in the game if you're not going to really utilize them, sort of thing. I know they're pretty much specifically designed to play with your friends and stuff, but I kind of like the aspect of having computers. You know, I like the aspect of that being interlaced with the gameplay and into the actual main storyline, effectively. This game doesn't have a storyline, of course, but, you know, I would like it to at least appear in the career mode. And that's another sort of cool thing that you can do. When you're transforming, you can do flips. You do that with your right analog stick. That's if you're using a gamepad. If you're using the PC, I have no idea, to be honest. And as well as that, the pickups, there isn't very many, actually, to be fair. That's another thing that this game's lacking in. I mean, there isn't anything sort of game-changing, and it kind of sees, once you get to the top, sorry, still a bit ill, once you get to the top, you kind of can't be pushed back down, which is kind of a bit annoying in my opinion. You know, I like the variation with the amount of blue shells and stuff like that in Mario Kart. So, yeah. Lastly, I'll just quickly go over and show off the different game modes which are actually features in the career mode. This is in the World Tour, the thing that you play through to unlock characters. Now, as you can see here, this gate, you had to earn 3 stars before you got to, so you had to complete you had to complete 2 stars, sorry, to get through that, and you had to complete both of those races, of course. As you go along, the track splits and stuff, and there's that casino thing that I said about, which you can basically go into spend coins, and it will earn you power-ups and stuff for the next race, depending on how lucky you are. Of course, there's Amigo. That's the way that you unlock characters, is they will appear on little side-off bits like that. You have to normally complete a versus, and then you can unlock them with spending stars on them. Of course, you don't spend the stars, they stay in your inventory. Now, I think that I'll quickly show off. There's a different game modes, for example, Boost Challenge, where you ride around the track and you have to, it's effectively a time attack with checkpoints, and you have to boost to keep the timer from counting down. There's Versus mode, where it gives you 3 enemies to face off against, and basically it works along the same ways of Need for Speed Carbon in a canyon race. Basically, you have to keep up your other enemies and keep in front of them for a certain period of time, or if you pull too far ahead, you can actually straight out eliminate them, which is kind of fun to play with a couple other friends as well, because you can actually eliminate your friends if they get too far behind. Let's see, the other ones that I thought I want to show off, we'll move on to the next one. There is quite a variation. Traffic Attack is again a checkpoint related thing, but instead of having boosts and stuff to stop the timer, you have to avoid traffic and get to things, which is quite cool, I think. You know, there's the Ring Race, which is an aeroplane only race where you have to fly through rings and you earn boosts. And let's go up here, shall we? Yep. Okay, there's another versus thing, and again, the other sort of example of Shadow. Each world apparently as well seems to feature casino, but sometimes they are locked behind a padlock. Now, lastly, there's these battle races. Basically, you have 3 points of health, and you have to destroy your opponents. You have to hit each other with objects to take each other's life away, which is quite cool. It's kind of like the same way that Mario Kart works with its balloon attack, I think it's called. Now, last but not least, there's a Drift Challenge, which you have to drift to keep the timer down. There's the Sprint, which is basically a time trial. You get given a time to play against, and you have to beat 1 lap before that time runs out, basically. You have a ghost flying around with you as well. And here's just a quick sort of example. See, Vice unlocked. As you can see, didn't cost me any stars. All you do, you go over him, click him when you have enough stars. Now, here's a thing that I find is absolutely fantastic in this game. There's a mode called Pursuit, where basically you don't race, effectively. What you do is you chase down a tank and fire skills, the attack items at it. This is actually really, really, really fun. I mean, the tank has loads of different sort of skills and stuff, and it can get really quite hectic. It's really enjoyable. I've only completed it on easy because I haven't dared try it on anything harder because it's actually quite hard. So yeah, this has been Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for joining me. I've been the OG Nerd. Until next time, share love to your faces and ta-ra.